Hello, and this is Tina, and welcome to Lakeshore Academy. Today I'm going to talk to you about reasons why some decide to homeschool. Now, I'm going to just talk about some of the reasons. I'm sure there are a whole lot of other reasons, but in this video I'm just trying to touch some of the basic reasons why some homeschool. And I'm going to let you know why I started homeschooling. Well, I had already decided long before that I was going to homeschool. My children was going to homeschool during the high school years because they have different goals and aspirations that they want to do, and they want to graduate early. So I had already decided that, and we already talked about it, that they was going to homeschool during their high school years. And then the area that they're zoned to go to, the school, I didn't really want them at that particular school because it wasn't all that great to me. So I was like, well, they might as well when they get to the high school area in their life, that I wanted them to homeschool. Well, they was in elementary school at that particular time, but to my surprise, things start going really, really bad in elementary school. Things just start getting really, really bad. So my son was getting bullied really, really bad. I wasn't getting the help that I needed with my child. I was constantly at the school more than I was at home, talking with different the administrators and the assistant principals and stuff of that nature. I wasn't getting anywhere. My child was changing in not the positive way, personality wise, because it was just a terrible situation. And my daughter, which is really quiet by nature, she started having these really bad social anxieties. Like every time she goes to school, like she'll break out in hives and stuff like that. And so, and getting sick, had stomach cramps, but I took her to the doctor and they was telling me, oh, well, she just have social anxiety because it's beginning of school year and most kids get that, and it'll go away. Well, it didn't go away. It got worse. So my mom knew this person that she was homeschooling her child, Francis, and she was trying to tell me about homeschooling, but really the idea of me homeschooling at that age, early elementary, I was like, there is no way that I'm going to be able to do that. But when your children need you, you decide, you make the sacrifices. So she helped me and also encouraged me, and I just decided to homeschool my kids in elementary because the bullying was just so bad. And also, my kids stayed sick and they constantly brought stuff home to me, making me sick. They stayed sick all the time, and my son was called what they call medical sensitive. So it was in our best interest to homeschool our children for that. Now, people homeschool for different reasons. Like I said, some take their children out of public school because of bullying, some bad treatment, some because their child is sick or more susceptible to, they have a low immune system, and being around a great population make their illness worse, or a family member is ill, and due to they having to go to a lot of doctor visits, they decide to homeschool their child because their child be missing too much school anyway, and they don't want to be called truant for missing too many days, so they take their child out to homeschool so they still get a quality education. Now, some parents homeschool their children because of special needs, because their child has a special need, a learning disability, autism, dyslexia, different things that will cause a parent that they will homeschool their child. Also, when you do that, you want to, one thing I particularly love about homeschooling is if you do have a child like that, like my son has, he's a high functional autistic, and he also has different learning disabilities. Both of my kids have a math learning disability, but my son is also dyslexic as well and has dysgraphia. And so he had like a whole different twist on it, so to speak. In my area, they have no resources for children with dyslexia, period. So he wouldn't be able to get the resources. They really wasn't equipped to teach my child for that particular area. Now, they did have autism intervention for different levels. But it's not catered to that one child. It's catered towards a group of children with different levels of autism. So that didn't work for me either. And another thing that I particularly love about homeschooling is that you can focus on your child's passion. So if your child is really, really good at playing the harp or playing the violin or any kind of instrument or singing, or they have a passion for entrepreneurship, they want to start their own business, they will have enough time that they can pursue their dreams and aspirations, and they can also take their schooling, their courses. So it frees up a whole lot of time where they can focus on things that they love and also do the things that's required of them in order to finally graduate once they get up to high school area. That's what I like as well. Because like my son, he loved anything dealing with technology, so he's naturally good at it. So he can look at that. My daughter loves to draw. She into animation, so she has extra time to hone her craft, so to speak, and still get all her required subjects that she has to do in order for us to be legal homeschoolers. So they both do all their required subjects. And I'm also able to give my child, both of them, that one-on-one attention that each one of them need to help them with what they're going through. Like I have like different therapies that I do with my child, different things to help them in the learning process, and it's catered to them as an individual and not as a group. So that's why I love homeschooling too. Another reason why some people homeschool is because of religious reasons. They want to instill their values, their beliefs with their children, along with teaching them whatever is required of them to teach in their particular state. So that is another reason why. But with all that, like I said, I love homeschooling, but I'm going to be honest with you. Homeschooling is not for everybody, and homeschooling is not an easy way out. It's a lot of hard work, and it's rewarding, but it's a hard job, but you can do it. And if you're a parent and you have children, you are qualified to teach your child. Regardless of what anyone tell you, you qualify, because who knows your child better than you? Nobody. So you have the drive, you have the love that you will be there to help your child with every situation that they have. It's different from being in a group or having that one teacher who has to teach 25 different students with 25 different needs. Some have learning disabilities, some don't, some gifted and talented. I mean, just a plethora of different issues, and she has to teach, or he has to teach that one teacher has to teach all those students, and they have to learn the exact same way. And everybody doesn't learn the exact same way. So that's another thing too. And another thing, homeschooling is not neat. And when I say it's not neat, that's exactly what I mean. When you're homeschooling, you get down in it. If you have a classroom or a designated area in your home, it's going to get junky. It's going to get messy because you're learning, you're pulling out things, you're exploring, you're doing projects, you're doing assignments. So it's going to get messy. So be aware of that. It's going to get messy, but it's all worth it, because that mess shows that you're learning and you're invested. And you can always clean up at the end of the day. So it's no big woo. You can clean up at the end. Just let the learning process continue and keep it flowing. So like I said, there are some ups and downs. Also, it's some give and take. It's some things that you're going to have to give up. Now, some people stop a full-time job in order to work, or they start working from home in order to offset the finances and stuff like that. But it's based on whatever you need to do for your particular family, for their particular situation. So those are some of the ups and downs of homeschooling, and basically reasons why a lot of people decide to homeschool. Now what I talked about is not all the reasons why people homeschool, but that's just some of them. So again, this is Tina from Lakeshore Academy. Have a good day.